Good morning, everyone. How is everyone today? It's Tuesday. And I wish I had socks because it's cold upstairs.
10 a.m. Santa's coming in.
Anyway, we made bread with the bread maker the other day. And Stephen cut the bread this morning and he does not have experience slicing bread. So all the slices are like... So I have a wedge slice of bread this morning.
It's an artisanal cut.
It's an artisanal cut, he yelled from downstairs. Before he started cutting the bread, I was like, do you want help? And he said no. And then he cut the bread and then he was like, oh, this is more difficult than I thought. What kind of bread did we make? We made Scottish toasting bread. I think I saw Anne in the chat. Anne and Crystal sent us bread machine mixes. And Hannah, was it Hannah?
Yep.
Hannah sent us a bread maker a few months ago in mail, so we got to test that out Sunday. And, I mean, I've made bread before, but it makes it a lot easier. Hi. How's your artisanal slice?
You know, a lot of people love the look of, I believe that's, it's called artisanal wedge. Artisanal wedge. Oh, Hannah's here this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you. I've never had a bread maker. I have never, to my knowledge, had bread so soon after it was created.
Mm-hmm.
It is delicious. It is delicious. Thank you, Andrew. I also, I buttered my bread today because the other day, whenever I had my my first cut of this, I put butter on it. It's a toasting bread. It's, you know, that's what it's for.
This is huge.
Anyway, it's real good.
What have you done?
I've done good. Oh, snap. You know who else has done good? That Gamer Gerbil gifting 10 milk bombs this morning. Thank you, Gerbil. I haven't even taken a bite of my toast yet. Where did these go? Svendera, Andromeda, Scissorly, T. Alex Smith, Levin Enbins, Vincent DC15, Lola Loves Peaches, Mathia Griffin, Shadowhunter 7021, and Masterlink FT. Thank you, Gerbil. I appreciate that. I'm going to now take a bite out of this. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good bread.
It is good bread.
It's really good bread. Like, bread is good, but this is really good. More toastings. It does have a satisfying crunch, for sure. But that top layer is hard, and everything under it's soft. It's very good. Oh my goodness. It's a Tuesday morning. Train does not typically run on a Tuesday morning. Bubbles 8738 with the 5 milk bombs. Thank you. To
10 a.m. Santa's coming in.
Carnotaurus versus Prince Bubblegum, Palisade, Zerk the Alien, and Zanako 05. Bubbles, thank you. I appreciate it. And then Elfie with the 5. A lot of people in the... Oh, it's Christmas. It's Christmas week. On Morning Mario, it is forced Christmas week. I'm like, everyone's getting into the holiday spirit. And everyone's like, well... And I'm like, no, you don't understand. We're doing this thing. Elfie's book bombs went to Red Hero 15, Crimson, Hierophant, Gokai Yellow, Abyss, Fenrir, and
Level, Kalen.
Yes. Kylan? Yes. Probably Volklian. I just say words. Elfie, thank you. And then Gerbil with another 5. Good lord. Oh my god. Gerbil with another 5 to Flaming, Bagel Christ, Chill Ray, Pinhead 1873, Blue Hat Wearing Penguin, and Ohms 90. Thank you, Gerbil. Everybody in the giving spirit. Thank you all. I know everyone appreciates it as well. We had a pretty good
Don't worry.
sorry. 301 bits from DannyX6 who says, Mal, if you would, please choose a Wii game for no specific reason. That was, however, sent Monday.
Was it?
Not that we streamed Monday. Just, you know. Just so you're aware.
Well, I've chosen Science Papa.
Now, very slyly doing a thing. Science Papa is certainly the name of a game. I was going to tell him about our weekend. We did quite a few things. I'm trying to remember what the last vlog out is. I think Thursday, maybe Friday. We recorded a special thing for Christmas Day, which I'm excited about.
10 a.m. Santa's coming.
And then on top of that, there's a thing for the day after Christmas too. So there's actually 2
10 a.m.
group
Santa's
pieces of content. 2 Stephen and Friends episodes back to back, Friday and Saturday. So I'm really looking forward to everyone getting a chance to experience that, because it's good. Uncle Stephen's gift color. That's a good idea for the future. You have to eat the M&Ms and the gifts. That's the only thing that changes. It's otherwise the exact same. Santa's dressed up as the Easter Bunny. And I'm like, wait, hold on.
10 a.m. Santa's coming.
This is really thick. I tried to cut this like a normal thing, but I didn't.
Did not do so
10
good.
a.m. Santa's coming.
Silent Companion says, will you try eggnog today? You told us to hold you to it. That's right. Okay. I need to
Finish your toast.
finish my toast. And then I'll either have eggnog after coffee or before. What is happening?
Don't worry about it.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
10 a.m. Santa's coming.
Anyway, Satsy sent 300 bits and said, Hi, I'm sending this super early because I may not be in the stream. This means I can't hold you to trying eggnog, but now that, now you've said this, chat can.
Okay. I will try eggnog before the end of the stream. Also, that's the first time in her life Mallory has ever, on her own accord and not being prodded to, read an alert. So everyone congratulate Mal for that. 18 months from Andrew says, 1 plus an extra 1. 1 plus what? The calculation isn't finished. Remind Andrew to switch off math's brain for the Christmas holidays. No more math.
Give yourself a few days without grading papers.
You don't need any math until next year. Math is officially over for this year. We don't need it. How long we got? Like, what? 8 days? 9 days?
Yeah.
You don't need math for 9 days. What are you going to add? Nothing. You don't
I'm
need
doing
it.
math right now. Oh.
Oh, burn it. throw in the shredder. You'll need it. Yeah, Paul's very sad about
10 a.m.
cancellation.
Santa's coming.
Hollyberry resub 9 months. My Twitch baby is born. What's her name?
Oh God! Sing about without using the words in the. I need to move my body. Ooh, baby, watch me move my body in the year that came after 2019, but before next year. Watch me move my body for many years, for many, many years. God, that's hard. I didn't say the words, right?
Body and body and year with years. Well done.
Did I really? Oh my God. Oh, it's early. Oh, it's early. I rhymed body and year. Cool. That's also how 2020 makes me feel. Facebook says that was the longest name for a Twitch baby ever. Holly Berry's baby is named Just Dance. It's a great name. End topic. Not sure what the plan was with the game, but I'll jump on this train. 6,000 Mr. Game Boy. Mr. Game Boy, thank you. That's... My brain has to then contextualize, like, what is the game? What are synonyms for the game?
Body.
Body move.
Body.
Move your body.
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 Year.
Move your body. It has a year in it. A year. Just move it around. It is a little early.
Join Science Papa's renowned research team. Explore chemistry, physics, paleontology, and biology in over 40 cool experiments.
Can you imagine if there was like a famous scientist and like on TV they referred to him as Science Papa?
Mix exotic chemicals. You shouldn't just do that. You should understand what you're doing.
We just want everyone to know that we're going to be rolling out the COVID-19 vaccine, and it was designed by Science Papa. Science Papa, come on out here. Hey everybody, it's me, Science Papa. I was in my lab cooking up a good one. Oh, that's what he looked. It's a picture of Science Papa. Of course, that's Science Papa. Show a picture. Show him. You gotta show him.
Is this a game?
Yeah.
Do we have that game?
Statistically, probably.
I've never heard of Space Camp. It's on the back.
Did you check? Statistically, we have it. There's only 30 games we're missing. So we probably have it. I mean, it's possible we don't, but we probably do.
Oh wait. We do. I saw Space Chimps and I was like, yeah, and I was like, wait, that doesn't say camp. And then I realized it was next to it.
How about instead of reading that manual,
It's only like 4 pages.
you help me eat my toast?
Okay.
No, I'm going to eat the toast.
Icona 18 resub for 3 months, that's a plus.
10 a.m. Santa's coming.
Just want to eat my toast.
Ryan BO6 resub for 26 months. Really? 26? Lon 144 resub for 5 months. Thank you, Lon. You have to click. Orpaga resub for 7 months and said, woo, 7 months. Holly Palm resub for 10 months. It said 10 months. What a long, strange year it's been. Very, very long, strange year.
Move your body. Move your body.
And that's how it ended. Move your body. Move your body. Years. For years. Move your body. Oh no, my phone is stuck in my pocket. There we go.
Are we functioning?
No.
I'm not convinced of that.
That gamer gerbil resub for 5 months. Said glad to be back. Got a new job, so now I'll never miss a live one. So long as I am up on time. Well, good morning, gamer gerbil. Good luck on your new job.
And good job on your new luck. That sentence works. That sentence still works. It still functions that way.
It does. What is function, Decoy Troy? I don't know.
What is function of you moving your body? Move your body round. It was a reference to conjunction junction, and it was very bad. My brain thought hard enough to be like, that rhymes with conjunction junction. And then I just started talking and was like, there's more to it than that. You can't just use that word.
Ignitus Spark resub for 5 months. Thank you. Captain McKitty resub for 6 months. That's double plus. Wow, 6 months. 2020 sure was a year. At least I got to play video games and enjoy your content. Here's to a brighter tomorrow. Cheers. Well, thank you, Captain McKitty.
Cheers. Man, I can't believe we got like a week.
Yeah.
And then we're out of this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm ready, but like...
Yeah, me too.
It's been a year.
Sullivan003 resub for 5 months. Been a while since I've been here live. Good to be back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hi, baby kitty.
Welcome back.
Renee resub for 26 months and said, hey, it's that time again. Good morning. Good morning, Renee.
Good morning, Renee. I hope your morning is going well.
Kippy, do you need snuggles? Are you going back downstairs? No, he's just gonna stand guard at the top of the stairs.
For what purpose, I'm not sure. It's fine.
Neji10 Forever 67 resub for 6 months and said, how has it been 6 months already? I'm wondering where like November and October and September and August went. Myself. Like looking back, I cannot remember them except Extra Life.
Yeah, the last month I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I vaguely remember starting April.
Yeah.
That's it. I vaguely remember starting April. And then from that until right now, everything has been identical.
Yeah.
With the exception of the week of Extra Life, everything has been exactly the same.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff's gotten done, but like... Oh man, I have the hair for that GIF now. Thank God. That's what I've actually been going for this whole time.
Now you can cut your hair.
Now I can cut it.
Wanderlive sent 300 bits. Good morning, Stephen and Mel. First off, just want to say thank you for your awesome content over the years, especially this year. The Breath of the Wild streams in particular, although I can't watch live, I've been watching the VODs, have brought me so much joy each Saturday morning before I go to work, so thank you. Well, thank you, Wanderlive. I've really been enjoying Breath of the Wild.
I think it's been a good year for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
For what it's worth. So, I'm glad folks have been enjoying it.
Squid of Baconator sent 300 bits. Since I won't be here Thursday, I have to say this. I'll just do it now. Schmerry Clownmas. Wait. I half expect my sister to call me on Christmas and say, Schmerry Christmas. Because she did that last year.
It's a good game. It's a great game. We love it. We'll never play it again.
No, we won't. There are other games. We could play Home Alone 2 on the Genesis. That's Christmas. Carly says, yup.
I want to play all versions of Home Alone 2. Back to back.
Okay. I'm really curious to compare them.
NES, Super NES, Genesis,
Can we?
Game Boy.
Can we?
Can we? Are we physically able? Yes. Should we? Probably not. I can think of a lot of better ways to, like, spend our time.
8 a.m. Santa's coming to...
But could we do it? I mean, we could do it. Home Alone 1 or 2?
2 on the Genesis is what I had. I know that game so well. There's one that's a maze, and I have it memorized. I have not played it in maybe 10 years, but I still feel like I can get through it just fine. Like...
I like to spend Greg's idea. Play them all simultaneously with the same controller input. So for a while, you'd be, like, attempting to play 4 games. At some point, you just cut your losses and focus on one, but the other characters would be moving while you're focusing on the one until you beat it, and then go and play through the other ones. It's fine.
NB Walsh sent 300 bits. You had requested good things from 2020. Working from home means I haven't used up all my vacation on dealing with migraines caused by overexposure to office lights, meaning my upcoming 13-day vacation is the longest one I've been able to take as a working adult.
Nice.
That's awesome. I'm glad you get to take that time and that's helped you.
Yeah, that's really cool. There's a few people I know that I guess it's probably a similar situation where they're also getting, like, super long stretches. One of the people that's getting super long stretches is Thomas. Thomas is off for, like, 3 weeks.
I mean, he works...
Okay, that's not the best example of what I was talking about, but it is an example of he has a lot of time off. So, yeah. Who's got an astounding amount of time off? Like, who's, like, pushing, like, two plus weeks of time? Because if so, that's really cool. And I hope that you really get a chance to fully relax. 2 weeks, 16 days, 20...
Brandon has 4 weeks in the bank since I started in July. Wow.
20-something days. There's a great deal of time off here. Rainy Day says, I just have a 4-day weekend. 4-day weekend, for what it's worth, like, I mean, yeah, having 3 weeks off, that's a long time. But I think having, like, 4 days, especially in a row, like, that's a really good recovery period. Like, if you're looking to just feel better, like, if you're like, I need to fully, like, shut down from work, have time for myself, and then come back, 4 days is a really good amount. You can even do that in 3. So having more time allows you to, I don't know, you could do activities. You can play through a game. But if you're looking for just, like, the amount of time necessary to, like, fully, like, decompress from work.
Sometimes taking a mental health break and taking a Monday or a Friday off is useful.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard as a teacher because you have to plan for that day and be like, all right, here are my sub-plans.
Paul says, we can carry over only 6 weeks, so I had to take off 2 weeks to get down to having 6 weeks of vacation. And beyond that, I also have some leftover travel comp time back when I was traveling. So Paul had 8 weeks. and his job was like, listen, you can only have 6. And Paul's like, okay, I guess I'll take 2 weeks. Man. I'm looking forward to being off Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything. Except, like, eating. Eating that day.
I'm really sad. One of your gifts is going to be late.
Oh no. You got me multiple things.
I did.
I'm not mad. I'm just, I got Mal one thing. It's just a tiny thing. Because I'm bad at gift giving. That's part of it. And like I don't think about it throughout the year.
I'm just really glad I had 4 good ideas this year. One just sort of fell into my lap.
Okay. Colleen
So.
says, what's wrong with getting multiple things? Well, I feel bad because I have one thing.
And I don't need anything else because everything I'm getting you, I get to share.
You just ordered yourself gifts.
No, they're for you.
Okay. I mean, I'm looking forward to Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to spending time. I don't know what you got. It'll be fun to see what is there. And you'll open your one thing, and then I'll keep opening gifts from you. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. 7 months from Rainy Days 48, who says, happy 7 months, looking forward to Christmas. Same. Hey, we got 12 months from Paul. Thank you, Paul. Paul finally got that number. We got 20 months from Weisenrell. Says 20, happy early Christmas. Thank you for that. How many days? 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days. 3 bits from 3 bits from Danny. He says, if I could request for you to choose a second Wii game for no particular reason. I'm not going to look at what you got. 6 months from Speedlunky. He says, hi grandparents, I'm almost never here, but today I stayed up all night to watch a Japanese Hololive Idol concert that started at 5 a.m., so here I am now. I hope that was fun. But if you stayed up until 5, I presume it was fun. Started at 5. I mean, if you're East Coast, yeah, you've been up. Make sure you get some rest today. Make sure you get some sleep at some point.
Today might be a coffee and then a tea day for me.
Today might be a nap day for me. Yesterday Mal napped and I didn't. And all day I was like, I'm fine. And now today I'm like, I'm fine. Body, year. Things are clearly fine upstairs. 30 Bits from Wonderliv says, update about my dog. She had the op last Friday and it went well. She's a huge scar on her head, but she's doing well. Keeping fingers crossed over the results. Well, at least that part's gone well so far.
Yeah.
Good vibes that, things continue to be good and the results are good. Hate to use that word like 4 times. Good. But I do hope things are good.
Body, year.
10 a.m.
I'm gonna name this when it releases on YouTube. I'm gonna name it Body, Year. You know that, right?
Yeah.
4 months from Line Rider says 24 months from Line Rider, who says 2 years. Wait, that's not right. Anyway, anyone else not really getting any gifts for Christmas? I just want money. I think, well...
See, there's nothing I want. If you were like, Mallory, here is $100, buy what you want for Christmas, I don't know what I want.
So wait, you're saying don't give you money?
I'm saying
Don't
it's
give you
fine
anything.
that you don't have gifts for me.
I tend to give things throughout the year if I think of them. That's why you don't have Christmas gifts. Did you get the Apple Watch this year?
Yes. Over the summer sometime.
That was this year?
Yes.
It feels like 100 years ago.
Someone said more washi tape. I don't need more washi tape. I have so much.
Okay. Hey, you know what I'll always give you?
What?
Every day? Hug.
That's good.
It's the best gift. It's free. You can tailor the experience to the person. The level of squeeze and the length of time.
Hampshire says money, the gift card to everywhere. That's a really good point.
Renee said he can sing us.
I do like it when you pull out your guitar and play.
What, you don't like my fun improv songs like in the bathroom where I just start talking about random things?
Your body.
I probably will play a little bit on Christmas. I'll probably get out my grandfather's guitar and play it.
Yeah.
I usually do at Christmas. Juno says, did you get Thomas anything? I heard he's getting you a Cobalt Flux pad.
Sorry.
Can't wait.
Keep going. I gotta just make a note to myself.
That's not obvious at all what you're doing.
No,
Because that feels very called out. Armored Frog gives a sub to artisanal bread. Thank you, Joel. It's nice to have a wedge. People are like, cut that bread straight like it. No. At an angle. So it fits into your mouth more easily. Artisanal wedge.
See, what you have to do when you cut the bread, and this is where it went wrong, is you were trying to look at the loaf and slice it. Mm-hmm. You have to look at the knife and keep the knife straight.
Okay. Fair. It's fair. I've cut bread before, but I guess it's not a thing that I do often. And man, I did not do it well. Danny gifted a sub to Wedge. 13 months from Munchkin Macadamia says, I just gotta say how much I appreciate this community. Nearly every time I go to another stream on Twitch, the chat is full of trolls and toxicity, but here it always feels welcoming. Thanks for crafting this wonderful community, you two. Well, thanks for being part of the wonderful community. As the child screams. I mean, you know, Mal and I can do everything we can to put the things in place to make it good, but ultimately the people who contribute to the goodness make it good.
Mm-hmm. All of you guys.
So, you know, if you enjoy the environment, give yourself a round of applause too, because like you're part of the reason the environment is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also mods. I'll always give a huge hand for mods that don't let bad things happen. Thank you, mods.
Or stick around.
Or stick around. Yeah, there's a certain way that I want things done. There's a certain type of environment I want to see. And I'm just glad that we have the people, both, you know, viewers and mods, to facilitate all of that. And it is a different experience. Because I mean, I don't spend a whole lot of time on Twitch, but anytime I do go to like other places, it is different. I think there's not a lot of folks attempting to do like the level of what we're doing here, basically. Which is a shame because I love it here. I wish more streams were attempting to do this level of thing. I almost said good again. I was like, stop using the word good. Find different synonym. So I was like, thing. It's fine. Good. 300 bits from Gabriel29 says, so I finished my 10-page history paper on Friday, and I got my grades back. I passed my last class, so I'm graduating.
Congratulations.
Congrats. I don't miss 10-page papers, man.
Nope.
I really don't. But I'm glad you're graduating. With every passing stream, more and more people are going to be like, I did it. I'm either like graduating or I'm done with classes for this semester. And I'm happy for all of you. Enjoy your break. Whether that break is like until next semester or semester. Semester sounds like a male enhancement drug. Or if you're, you know, if the next thing is just job search. Oh.
Do you see the macaroon now?
Yes. That's the first time I've seen the macaroon. First time. Because because how can you
look at that part when Thomas is wearing a Santa hat?
How can you look at anything other than Thomas?
I'll be back.
You can't just get up and leave without saying anything.
Yes, I can.
Post where those I'm shy says, Thomas's gift is being forever immortalized in the streams. Don't worry, Grandpa. I've got you covered, assuming this still works. It does. It does. Makes me wonder if like that. Again, I think it's been made clear at this point that I now control the alerts in no way whatsoever. So it makes me wonder if there will be like, will there be other versions of this for other, like as we get to other holidays? Will Thomas hold up like a 4-leaf clover? I don't know. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what happens. Because it's always new to me. 500 bits from Goosewappa says, Hap Christmas week. Oh man, what was the words we used?
Hapsocrimbo.
Is it no, it's Hapsocrymbus?
Yeah.
Hapsocrymbus is what, I think it's what Haley said. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. No. Why'd you pour me this much? What if I don't like it? It's a lot. That's a lot. Like, I just wanted to taste it. That's a half a glass.
That's a sip.
That, to who? To who is this a sip? That's like 4 fluid ounces. Time for a sip. Glug.
Oh, that's a good eggnog.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, at least I know I'm, gonna have something good. We got 300 bits from Am in Iowa with the Neandir Star Rain. And then another Star Rain, George Toast from Ange Min. Thank you both. 11 months from Zero Suit Toadette.
Kepi.
With the Kepi head. Let's see. 369 bits from Kusa G with another Neandir. Neandir is a good idea. I think that's from it's from Twitch.
I think
that's
so.
Their little thing. And that's cute. 1,000 bits from Shinoth, who says, Murray Crimbus in advance. Fun fact, Christmas is also my birthday, and it's when I'll be seeing my parents again after a few months. The rare Christmas birthday. I've known a few people over the years who have had birthdays really, really close to Christmas, like within 5 days. I don't think I've known anyone personally that's had a birthday on Christmas, though. Oh, I think someone had a birthday like 2 days before Christmas or something. That's gotta be an interesting like element to your birthday, though. Anyway, more milk bombs. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan with the 10 milk bombs. To Plaster Master, Muzi, Arctic Kitsune, PYM, Mento Otaku, Cass, Sully, Rauer. I guess is how you pronounce it. Just made it sound like I was really impressed with Sully. Like, Sully, Rauer. Hikaru, Denim Chicken in all caps, and C. Gant 5860. Ryan, thank you. And shout out to Denim Chicken. It's a good name. All right. As a reminder.
You've never had eggnog that you can remember?
Maybe. My memory is bad. Combined with the fact that if I've had this, it's been so infrequent that I don't remember.
This isn't as thick as the public stuff I bought. It has a good taste, but it's not.
It doesn't smell good.
It's a bit thinner.
It doesn't really smell good. Cheers.
Does it have alcohol? No. This is just the stuff you get in the dairy aisle.
So it's like. It's like It's not quite milk. It has like, is that like cinnamon and nutmeg?
Yeah.
That part of it, that taste is fairly overwhelming. Like there's a lot of that, and it's a creamy texture, creamy consistency that is similar to. It's similar to milk, but there's more to it than that. Is that the egg?
Yeah.
Oh man, Chunmon says it's melted ice cream. That is a really great way of putting it.
That's kind of how it is, yeah.
That's actually a really, really good way of putting it. It's kind of like melted ice cream. It's the same consistency. It's like the same creaminess.
Yeah. Mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now that I have that in my head, you melt down really good.
Frozen custard.
Yeah, you melt down some really good, like, vanilla bean ice cream. And you add cinnamon and nutmeg. And that's what this tastes like.
When
Yeah.
I worked at Culver's,
That's exactly what this tastes like.
we did pumpkin shakes for like October, November. And then in December we did eggnog shakes. So we would just buy eggnog and we would fill it to the bottom line and then put milkshake in the rest of it and then blend it.
Mm-hmm. People are asking, but is it good? It's not something I think that I would request. It's not bad. It doesn't taste bad, but like I can't
You
like
got any coffee left?
no. You can't drink this down. Like you have to sip this.
Yeah.
I don't know how you are done. Mal's is gone and she had twice as much as I did. I don't know. Like Thomas says, you also need to add some booze, but yeah, like it's fine. It's fine. Like it's not something. If I was at a holiday party and they had eggnog and hot cocoa, I would take hot cocoa 10 out of 10 times over this. Basically, like this. It's not that I dislike. Like I could drink this, which because I'm drinking it, but it's it's fine. It's fine. Paul said mix them. You can put some cocoa powder in this. I don't think it hurt anything. I really don't. Like it's like we were saying, it's like melted ice cream. Then you just have melted chocolate ice cream. Odoo says this is what I expected because Steven doesn't like milk. That's kind of how I feel. Because this is like milk based.
You're not thrilled about it.
I'm not thrilled about it. I don't like milk. I'm really not a huge milk person, so this is basically drinking some form of milk. I like chocolate milk. But like white milk, I'm like, eh.
Regular milk.
Yeah. Normal milk.
I mean,
Sheldon says, and yet the gift subs are milk bombs. Yeah. Well, they're bombs. You can't drink a bomb. I mean, you can drink anything once.
I know we've talked about it before, but in Wisconsin, and I'm sure other parts of the Midwest, like, when you grew up, like, you didn't get the option of, like, water or tea. It was, like, you are drinking milk with dinner. Like, there was no option.
Yeah, I wouldn't have liked that.
And, like, I remember going to friends' houses. It wasn't
What about water? You gotta drink water.
No, it was milk.
But you have to drink water.
It wasn't that way in my household, but there were friends, like, I would go and have, like, a sleepover at their house, and, like, There was no, Mallory, what do you want? It was, you are having milk.
If I went to a friend's house and they served me milk, I would have been like, what is this? What? Paul says milk is cow water. Ugh.
2% only? A lot of places, yeah. My mom always bought skim. And I liked skim milk, and my dad bought 2%, and I didn't like it.
Oh, I don't like cow
And then in
water.
college, there was so much milk in the dining hall in college.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they had this big thing, and it was, like, almost always out. And Haley taught me that if you take 2% and put it over ice, it tastes like skim. And that was how I got through sometimes when I would have milk with...
Did they have a milk fountain?
They had... This thing, seriously, was the size of... Like, if you take a refrigerator and you take just, like, the bottom portion, that's the refrigerator, it was, like, that big, and it had skim, 2%, and chocolate inside. And then it was like you would lift the big metal handle, and, like, the milk would come out.
Growing up, if we had milk at home, which we would have milk, I guess, for, like, cereal, we only had skim. Only skim. Like, we never had whole. I don't think my mom doesn't like milk either.
Mm-hmm.
And if she has to have it for something, she uses skim. And now that I'm an adult, it doesn't matter. Like, if I'm going to use it for cereal or if I'm going to put it in something, it doesn't matter. But I'm not going to just drink milk. There's a lot of people that feel very strongly about skim milk. I don't know. They're all pretty much the same to me. I know a lot of people will talk about how, like, whole milk is closer to, like, normal milk, and then skim milk is, like, water. I mean, I guess, but I don't know.
I mean, we had...
Using them for cereal, they're all the same.
We had field trips where we would go to, like, a local dairy farm, and they would let us milk cows. Just Wisconsin things.
I've never touched an udder.
It's harder than you think. I remember, like,
I don't think I'm gonna
struggling.
get the chance now. That's the kind of thing that, like, when you're a kid, they take you on a field trip and you do.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, if I haven't done it now, I think it'd be kind of weird if I just went to a farm. If I drove to a farm and was like, can I just, like, touch the cow's udder? I think they'd call the police. Anyway, 300 Bits from Shaman says, after playing around with the iPhone camera roll, I found out that if you have iCloud Photos enabled, even with the download full quality option checked, iOS will sometimes convert transparent PNGs to JPEGs with white backgrounds. Oh. That's interesting. Is it just sometimes? That's strange. I was wondering if maybe it just refuses to do PNGs. And JPEGs can't have alpha layers, so maybe that's why. Like, it's just, oh, well, it's full quality, but it's full quality JPEGs. I don't know. I guess I have. Do I use iCloud Photos? I don't even know if I use iCloud Photos. Anyway, 300 Bits from Sapphire Becca, who says, morning and happy Forced Christmas week. Shout out to my new kitty Eugene, who is listening to the stream. Got to get him into it early.
Oh.
Eventually he'll, you know, get used to our voice. And then he'll like us. I don't know. Hopefully. Or he'll see Kepler and be like, who's that?
Where is that cat?
I think he went back downstairs.
I put a chair in front of the back door.
He's been really loving that.
And I don't think I opened the curtains, so I don't know why he's there right now.
Yeah, he'll come back at some point.
Yeah.
We got 100 bits from Pink Matima. Thank you. 27 months from Coffee Cats. Merry almost Christmas. 3 days. 300 bits from Shadowlands. It says, I once again set myself up for a 6-day weekend starting tomorrow. 3 cheers for actually relaxing during the holidays.
Awesome.
Cheers. Put that back there because I'm done with my... See, now you can work through this slowly.
Yeah.
You don't have to feel... I don't know how you drank that so fast. It's so rich.
That's, yeah.
It's
That's
so
eggnog.
rich. Anyway, there Bits from Aldo says, Marty Cranberry, grandparents. I was curious, did you save the Patreon list for the 2018 vlogs, or are you just using the current list? That is the actual April 2018 list. I've been holding on to it for years, knowing that at some point I would edit the April 1st, 2018 vlog, and it would need the April 2018 list. And by association, I also have the May 2018 list. Yep. The goal is to make sure that the vlogs are, accurate to the time era. That's why the end screens are the same.
And you pick the painting I was doing then.
Yeah, it shows the painting that Mal was working on at the time. It shows the LP that was current. It shows the store that no longer exists. It shows merchandise in the store that we don't sell anymore. Mm-hmm. So like, it's all done in such a way that if someone, a few years from now is watching through all the vlogs, in time, they'll go through 2018 and they'll never notice something is wrong. And then once they get to, June, is it that year? Once they get to June 2018, they'll be like, timeline split, what are you talking about? What? What is this? Odu says, does May 2018 talk about fan favorites? I have no idea. May 31st is the first day that mentions it. Because I knew that I was ending the timeline split, so May 31st talks about it. So it'll be a little weird then, but the only thing that I don't worry about is I use music in the 2018 vlogs that was released after 2018. So like there's stuff that like Carlos or Jules or whoever's put out in like 2019 or 2020, and that music is in the 2018 vlogs. But that's the sort of thing that no one's going to catch. Or very few people are going to catch. So I says, is the True Journey chronological by calendar date or release date? Calendar date. And that's what I'm trying to ensure. Is that's how it's experienced. If you're watching by release date, I mean, there is an element of me in current time talking about the old stuff, but that's like,
Yeah.
That's not important. Really. Let's see. 250 bits from Sice-chan. Thank you. 14 months from TM May, who says, I just really want to thank you both for being such great role models during the pandemic. It means a lot to me to see you guys taking the virus seriously and quarantining responsibly. Well, we've done our best, but we're also extremely fortunate that we can work from home. We can do a lot more than most people can do because we work from home and have always worked from home. So
We think it's important, though. Just
with
being able to stay safe in case Steven's parents need help or...
Yeah. And, similar to Thanksgiving, we are going to get a chance to have Christmas with my parents. And I'm super excited about that. We have, not been out for... It'll be 2 weeks either today or tomorrow. So we've, been home. And I'm looking forward to that. But, mostly at this point, and I think everyone can agree, I'm mostly just excited that, like, the ball is rolling and people are getting vaccinated and it's happening. It's happening. Every time I open up social media now, I see there's something about, like, either like an important figure getting vaccinated or just, like, people. I saw an article about them going into, like, nursing homes, and they're starting to vaccinate. They're
doing that in South Carolina starting this week.
The residents. And, like, I cannot help but cry. It's been a long year, and getting a chance to see that is like holy crap, we're here. It's like we've been going through a long tunnel, and you haven't been able to see the end of the tunnel, and then finally, like, we see the end of the tunnel, and I'm like, there it is. We've been in this tunnel for a long time, but there it is. We can actually see the light now. So yeah, that was exciting. And that's happening every day. So it's like there's a little bit of good news every day. It's like, okay, cool. More is happening. We got 300 bits from Vegetable Sorbet with the toast ring. 300 bits from Danny X6. If you could choose the third Wii game now, I'd be grateful. There isn't a particular reason for this either. Danny says there's no particular reason. I'll let her choose. 100 bits from Plush Sonic. Thank you. And also 100 bits from Doan2300. Thank you. 300 from Lost Vagabond says, hey, grandparents, life update. Finals went well, and the one I have today should be super easy. LASIK went great on Friday, and I should be at 20/20 within the next few days. Very cool. I mean, I'm excited about, like, your finals, but also I'm glad that LASIK went well. And now you have, like, your eyes will be, like, in super mode, where they work without the assistance of things. Oh man, the world's real blurry.
LASIK is something I'd like to do sometime. It freaks me out, but apparently I would see better because my astigmatism is not correctable with lenses.
And that would fix it?
Yeah, our optometrist said that would help more than my contacts do. My glasses cannot help me. Contacts help a little that I have, but
yeah, we went.
She said I would do better with LASIK. I was a good candidate for it.
Because of Mal's astigmatism, she sees halos around lights.
I also get, like, rays.
And it's interesting because sometimes she'll be like, hey, look at that light. Mm-hmm. Does it have, like, a halo around it? And I'll be like, no.
And says, we must have different ones. Mine is correctable. There's 2 types, and mine is a hybrid, so they can't correct for it, according to my optometrist.
The other thing that makes it interesting is, like, yesterday, the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter was happening. And I was like, oh, I'd like to go outside and see it. And I was like, okay. But because of Mal's astigmatism...
And I have my glasses on.
like, it was just... Like, to her, it was just blurry light.
No, it was a light, and it had little tiny rays, so it looked like someone would draw a star.
Okay.
And then it had 2 bigger rays that came out like this.
Yeah, not what I saw.
No.
Not exactly what I saw. Xenopus asks if the rays and halos are annoying.
Not really. It's frustrating because I have a hard time with text, which is why I feel like I'm squinting at the TV screen a lot because of the text not being clear, which is part of it. I don't like to drive at night because of it, which is why I haven't driven at night in years.
Yeah, I'll drive.
Yeah.
I like driving anyway.
You know the LED Christmas lights? Like, there's, like, the regular kind with, like, the 1990s bulbs. And then there's, like, these new ones that are just, like, this tiny little diode.
Okay, yeah.
The people that we can see the back of their house from our house, and they have those multicolored lights on the back of their house, those ones are that type. Those lights, to me, when we walk by their house, look like the size of the old-fashioned bulbs that are, like, this big.
So they have
like the ones you
halos.
put in a nightlight. Yeah, they look huge to me. But I know they're not.
I tried to get a photo of the. I haven't pulled those up on my computer yet.
Yeah, from last night.
I've never done astrophotography, but I understand how it works in principle. So I was attempting to get a photo of it, and you know, we'll see how I did. I was looking at it on the screen, and like you can see the individual things. As
the
far
2 planets.
As far as whether or not I got a good enough picture to like be able to tell like the rings of Saturn, I don't know. Exposing for that's a little difficult, and then also as you know, as Joel says, ideally you need a camera that's good for low light, and then the other thing is you really need a long lens to get close.
Our weatherman has his telescope, and he took a photo with it because he had a Nikon hooked up to his telescope. And you can see, like, Jupiter's 4 biggest moons, Europa and Ganymede and Io, and
Yeah.
the last one.
And again, I'm not...
And, like, it's really cool, but, like,
we
we don't have the equipment for that.
The other thing, not to knock astrophotography at all, but, like, other people are going to take the photos of the things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you at home taking a photo of it is not going to be terribly different from someone else getting a photo of it. It's the weird thing about astrophotography. It's like, if you don't get it, a thousand other people did get it, and probably have a more expensive camera, a more expensive lens, or more experience doing it, so they, you know, got it. One of the advantages, I guess, of getting it is that then that's a photo you took.
Yeah.
You own it. You know, you can do things with it. But I tried. We'll see how it turns out whenever I get a chance to actually look at it.
Our neighbors across the street were outside looking at it too. Did you see what they were using?
No.
They had like an old-fashioned like telescope, like a single lens.
Like a pirate.
Yeah, like, and it collapsed because she was playing with it, and she went like whoosh and like extended it, and I was looking at her look at the planets, and I was like, that's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, we also have we don't have anything
we have
like that.
Binoculars.
You know what's surprising to me, and again, I don't know anything about, you know, astrophotography, so I was just doing whatever I thought I should do.
Uh-huh.
I did a long exposure I did a really long one. I started with 30 seconds, which is a long exposure. And it was blurry. And I was like, yeah, that's because they're moving. And I was like, holy crap. Like, you don't think about that because everything real far away. But, like, it was true. I looked at my exposure, and they're like blurs.
They're both blurred.
And I'm like, okay, so that was too long. Oops. Anyway, it's just cool. It's cool. The whole thing is neat. 300 bits from Goldmage. It says, since you liked the Dracula parrot last time, I figure I'll tell you that it's actually a highly specialized frugivore feeding almost exclusively on a new species of figs.
That says few, not new.
Few. I thought text was blurry to you.
I have my contacts in. I can see better with them.
Oh. If it only eats figs, I think that makes it a figivore. 300 bits of manager in the kitchen says, move your body, y'all. Especially after a big meal.
One of my favorite Mystery Science Theater jokes is at the very beginning of the movie Squirm. The movie title comes up and says Squirm, and they go, I don't know why, but okay. And then they all start doing this.
I've seen that one.
I know.
4 months from Chris Jew 32 says, 4 months. 300 bits from Vegetable Sorbet with the beans, Star Rain. Oh, we haven't run beans, have we? There you go. I bet you didn't know that Vegetable Sorbet's alert. A while back, actually. We're a little behind. There was a lot of alerts this morning.
And eggnog.
And yeah, and we've taken great stretches of tangents.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. We got 100 bits from Healer Javier. Thank you. 5 months from Rome 818 says 5 months. Oh yeah. 300 bits from Danny says, well, there goes the plan. The plan legit was to have you select 4 random games over the course of the stream. You were supposed to be worrying about it the whole time. Then I was just going to have you put them away. For what it's worth, I did continue to worry. So, if you were aiming for worry, you did accomplish there. I don't think that was lost. Even now, I'm still worried. Even knowing that it's just like, oh, they're just sitting there. I'm like, no, I'm still worried.
Danny says, all right, I'll take that.
We have 11 months from Layla 3. It says almost 1 year. Thank you both for a lot of stress reduction this year. Hopefully next year will be a bit quieter. Yeah, that's. I think that's the best way of putting it. I want a boring year. Kind of. Boring in one way, less boring in another. Boring in the sense that, like, the news has nothing to say. It's like, cat rescued from tree. That's it. That's the whole news. That's what I want the news to be. But I want things to get back to normal to a point where, like, you know, I can leave the house. That's the hope for next year. I want to travel just a little bit. 30 bits from Trent 2L says, it's 2 weeks late, but the interview was good, and I'm 2 weeks into my job, and I can buy bits without too much worry. So thanks to all of the grandkids that gave me good vibes in chat, and good vibes to everyone that needs them. Good to hear. Good to hear. Thank you, Trent, for letting us know. And, hey, you're 2 weeks into the job, so at this point you're starting to get familiar with things.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, there's... You know, people have been reporting on, requesting good vibes for interviews and then reporting back, but, like, a lot. I feel like more than usual in the past month. Like, the past 30 days, there's been a whole lot of people interviewing and, for the most part, getting the jobs. So, there's a lot. We got 6 months from Aeronautical GG. It's double plus. 20 months from Shy, who says, let us celebrate this special time with a classic holiday song. Grandma got run over by a Lionel, searching Hyrule for Kepler Christmas Eve. You might say there's no such thing as Ganon, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. That's cute.
Kepler horse?
Which one?
Two-Face Kepler.
For everyone watching just the YouTube version, they're like, what do you mean which one? And everyone's like, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. 30 bits from Full Grizz 98, who says, here's some Santa bits to help spread Christmas cheer. Spread it. Speaking of spreading, cookie butter.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it a lot.
Uh-huh. I'm surprised you didn't have it on your toast this morning.
I almost did, but I wanted my last piece of that bread to have butter.
Okay.
I really wanted that. But the other day I had some of that bread with that cookie butter, and it was good. I've never been one to, like, buy, like, Nutella, but I see why people do it now.
Yeah.
Spreading something sweet on bread is good. Anyway, 3 months from CG Prime 649 says, hi, I don't know what to put here, but I wanted the emotes.
Fair.
It's completely fair. 30 bits from Line Rider says, I was going to give a sub to Science Papa, but they don't exist on Twitch. Instead, I'll ask, who do you think Science Papa would be in the TRG family tree? Science Papa. That's really hard.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's no one that stands out definitively. Like super definitively. There's a few that I'm like, well, you know, I could go John, I could go Carlos, I could go Jack, I could go Tim.
Devin.
You know what? I'm gonna go Devin. Actually, I think Devin is. There's a bunch of people that I feel like any of them could be,
Maryland.
but I'm gonna put Devin just right above. Actually, so I think that's, yeah. Okay, we'll go with Devin. Devin gets to be Science Papa. 3 and 1 bits from Andrew in the Kitchen with it's a golden toilet. Love it. 6 months from Adam DR says, good morning. Good morning. 26 months from Dark Overlord says, a little late, but 26. Keep on trucking and have a fantastic festive period. I like that phrase, fantastic festive period. Have yourself a fantastic festive period.
Is today Festivus?
In retrospect, that doesn't sound as good as it did in my head.
What day is Festivus? Festivus.
Moving on.
23rd,
Festivus is the 20...
tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. 300 bits from Jithy Picard says, from the job I am leaving, I had 62 hours, only using 2 days in my entire year and a half there. And because I am working my 2 weeks without issue, it gets paid out to me when I leave. I also never used a personal day, and so earlier this month, both my regular and COVID special personal hours got paid out before handing in my 2 weeks. That is a lot of, that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
But that's good. Never used a personal day. Dang. There was, we were talking about personal days the other night on Discord.
Yeah.
Folks were talking about like how many personal days and stuff they got. And it really ranges, too. It ranges, like...
I got 2.
Yeah.
When I was teaching.
Which, you know, it's not a lot, but...
Yeah. They were separate from sick days.
Yeah. Because you got 10 sick days? 8?
I can't remember.
I forget what it was exactly. GameFan says, have you been with Proton John so much you're starting to look like him? I mean, I don't think I look like John. John has different hair than I do. I mean, a different color hair, but also different type of hair. And also, he always wears that beanie. I don't wear no beanie. Now, if I was wearing that, if I had myself on a knit cap, then I think it'd start to get pretty close. I don't think I'm going to keep the hair forever, though. So, the person that has the most influence on that is you.
Yeah. You're cutting your hair.
There you go.
10 a.m. Santa's coming.
You know, if Mal doesn't like it, she has the biggest influence. Tall John. It's me, Tall John. 300 bits from Jith Picard says, also, new job is going well, and I'm so ready for the new year to start so I can use my new Techo.
Ooh.
Covers Ranma theme.
Oh, you got the Ranma one. Cool. I pulled my 2021 cousin out and started getting it ready. Putting in birthdays and...
That's exciting. Like,
yeah.
You get to start using it.
I get to put two away on the shelf. Because I had
a big old collection of these now.
I had the A5 and the Weeks in 2020, and they're going to both go on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the little one will probably stay out for a little bit, so I can fill in the 5-year I'm working on.
30 bits from Nunshoes who says, on Friday I asked for good vibes for my grandpa and his dog who had a really bad seizure. There was a risk of brain damage so bad that the vet was suggesting euthanizing him. But I'm happy to report that he's now miraculously back to running around and behaving as usual, and he's taking meds that will hopefully prevent it from happening again. The good vibes are on point. Thanks for the support. Now, if only I could explain Twitch to my grandpa. I'm happy to hear that. Absolutely happy to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
So, good. Again, you need to find different words than good, but it is good. Good is a good word because it's shortened to the point and conveys exactly what I'm trying to express.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy to hear all of that. Thank you for the update on that too. 300 bits from Shia says, on top of shopping for parents and siblings, I now have to shop for my sister-in-law. She works as a manager for a major retailer, so I can't just get clothes or perfume, since anything I get her would be worse than anything she could get far cheaper through her work. I mean, you're asking the wrong person because I'm terrible at gift giving, but maybe someone in chat has an idea. A sister-in-law who works at a major retailer. I mean, you can always... It's not the best gift idea, but a gift card is always, you know... It counts as a gift. You know, I know a lot of people have issues with that because it's not very personalized. But you know how hard it is to personalize everybody's friggin' gifts? It's so difficult. It's so hard. It's so difficult. Sometimes you have something for people, you know? Renee says I'm to the point where I just want to give my kids gift cards. It's hard. And, like, the thing is, yeah, I know it may not be, like, personalized or whatever, but gosh darn it, then they can just do whatever they want. And it's like, if it's different if you find something organically that you're like, it speaks to you, right?
Yeah.
You're like, oh my goodness, this is perfect for this person. And sometimes that happens and you're like, yeah. And you give it to them and they're like, yeah. And everyone feels great about it. But when that doesn't happen, it's miserable. How many people, tell me true, how many people over the course of the last few weeks have at any point in time just scrolled down Amazon's like gift idea page because you're trying to shop for someone and you don't have a freaking clue. So you're just like looking, you're like, like you're just hoping something like shows up, like, what, I don't know. You're just trying to find, it's like something that you've never even thought about. You're like, yeah, they would love that. Renee says, I may have searched gifts for 9-year-old boys. It's true. It's true. There's been more than one occasion where, you know, for Christmas or otherwise sometimes, that I'm like, oh man, we gotta get a gift. And I'm just scrolling through, I'm like, certainly something will jump out at me. And then I'll be like, Mel, look at this. And we both kind of go, yeah, that's something that exists. They'll use that. Yeah, sure.
I told you, there's things I want, but, like, I want to move first. There's no point in buying stuff that we're gonna have to move.
I know. It's just, you know, it's the human condition. Mm-hmm. Those pages exist because they're necessary. Purple Boy says, Legos are great for yeah, there's been times I've bought Legos for folks because I'm like, I know that it's a good gift. Anyway. Just want everyone to know that there's some solidarity there because I too have spent my fair share of time on Amazon's idea page, scrolling aimlessly, just hoping something pops out. Where was I? 100 bits from Kier Delia. Thank you. 11 months from Josh R2D2. Nearly 2 year. 500 bits from LB who says, morning, grandparents. Morning, LB. Hope your day's going good so far. 26 months from Cassie says, I just woke up. Brain not working. Message missing.
It's okay, Stephen rhymed body with body and year with years.
It's just that kind of morning. Also, does it count as a rhyme if I
No,
chose
it doesn't,
the
Stephen. It does
so
not.
really, I didn't do a rhyme. Body, year. 13 months from Gonzo Tinkerman says, 13 months, turning my life around by studying for a new career. Thanks for all the hard work. Happy Christmas and Merry New Year. Well, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. That sounds fun. Certainly, you know, a little difficult, I'm sure, but also the excitement of doing something new can be a very big motivator. 300 bits from Shinoth that says, Clown time, hoping for Demon Clown for best Krampus present. I don't think we've heard Demon Clown this morning.
I don't think so either.
I also don't think we ever heard the end of the Santa alert.
No.
So the dice rolls have been bad this morning. We got 100 bits from Kier Delia. Thank you. 6 months from Go Mega Nintendo says, I started following your works in February of this very long year. A lot of bad has happened, but your content has made going through them easier. Thanks, Grandpa and Grandma. Aw. Well, first off, you're welcome, and also, welcome. Welcome. I mean, I know that you've been subscribed for 6 months, but welcome in the sense of, like, started following this year, which... That's my response to this year. That's fairly recent. It's always nice to hear, you know, from folks that have been following our stuff for less than a calendar year. Like, that's nice. It helps me know that people are still finding us, and our audience is not just entirely of people from 7 years ago. That there are new people coming into the community, and that's good. I'm glad you're here. We got a sub from Dino Hunter 7321. Welcome. 7 months from Tremble Knight Fox. It says, hello, this is my first time subscribing on my own because of the incredible folks here who have gifted subs to me, which I'll always be super grateful for. Hope everyone here has a wonderful holiday and Christmas. Well, thanks to the community for getting Tremble Knight Fox all the way to, I guess, 6 months just off of gift subs. It's very kind. And Fox, thank you for the 7th month. 23 months from Kayla Lala says, almost 2 years. Merry Christmas, everyone. Getting there. 15 months from Lixrin, who says, my husband just got back from his 3-month-long Coast Guard school. This is our first time watching breakfast stream together in so long. So happy. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I hope that you have a really, really great breakfast. But you probably will. Just the act of being together and sharing that that time together is going to be really wonderful. But I also bet your husband's just happy to be home, because 3 months is a really long time. Anyway, my best to both of you as we move into Christmas. We got a sub from Shamison. Welcome. 30 bits from Peach Kane says, Marcy Cramble. If you or a friend don't really want gifts, you can ask about charity donations. And everyone who is physically alone this week, I'm there too. Ironically, not alone in that. Yeah, my heart goes out to everyone who cannot have a normal Christmas this year. I'm hoping that to some extent our the video that we're releasing on Stephen Plays on Christmas Day will help with that a little bit. And yeah, charity donations is a really good idea. That's a really, really good idea. We got 100 bits from Makar Oni. Thank you. 300 from Jodre says, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. I got to take this week off for vacation, but still want to send good vibes to all the retail workers.
Good vibes to retail workers.
Good vibes sent. I wonder how Roland's doing. This week. I know as things get close to Christmas, things get really, really crazy. I'm sure he's fine. We saw him on
last week Thursday. And we're not going to see anyone this Thursday because it's Christmas Eve. But we'd asked him like how things were at the store, and he's like, "Oh, you know." He's like, "Crazy." He's like, as we go to next week, he's like, "It's going to get worse." And I'm like, "Good luck." He's like, "Yeah, I need it." I was like, "Okay." 300 bits of Platinum Pikachu says, since you mentioned vaccinations, I just want to say that my grandma is due to get vaccinated tomorrow. Let's hope it all goes well. I love to see it. Yeah.
I'm glad that things are moving along, and that's awesome. Fantastic. 14 months from Hero of the Day, who says, first breakfast stream I can watch in a while. Hi, grandparents. Hi, Hero. Welcome back. 300 from Man, who says, all the Kepi horses, put your hooves up, oh. Oh, I got it now. If you liked it, then you should have put some tact on it. What's tact?
That's like horse gear. Like the equipment. I think it encompasses all of the, like the saddle and the saddle blanket and stirrups and stuff.
Oh.
It may be a specific equipment, but I'm pretty sure it encompasses like all of the equipment.
Okay. Why not just call it like horse gear? I don't know. I guess you could say that about everything. Why is it call everything gear? Anything you put on a horse. Saddle, bridle, reins, etc. Aaron said Steven didn't pay attention in Red Dead Horse School. I see. I learned how to shoot, folks. Also, my horses didn't do so well in Red Dead, so like I'm probably not the best example. When I slammed my horse into the side of a train, he was fine. I mean, he died, but like the suffering was short. 300 bits from Corke says, Stephen, as a Texan who has been very excited that you are eating Whataburger spicy ketchup, I feel compelled to tell you and chat that it is possible to order Whataburger sauces from H-E-B and have them delivered. I do this to get the good honey mustard. I have heard rumors that I'm getting some spicy ketchup.
On Monday.
Is it Sunday or Monday?
Monday.
I've heard rumors that when you order a Cobalt Flux pad, it comes with a side of spicy ketchup. Now we can't confirm that for sure, but that's what I've heard. Really good company, Cobalt Flux, sending out really good company, Cobalt Flux, that's been disbanded for 10 years, that sends spicy ketchup with their products. 8 months. From Mike the Knight, 512. Thank you. Thomas says, have you been a good boy? You might get 2 bottles. We have been rationing out the spicy ketchup a little bit. Just a little bit. 300 bits from Jesse Picard says, I was doing a Secret Santa this weekend, and I am the only one who received a gift card. But now you get to choose. Always look on the bright side of life. You can't be disappointed though. You do Secret Santa, you don't know what you're gonna get. You might get somebody like, oh no! But if you get a gift card, that's right. Renee says you can get the best gift.
Whenever we did it, like the teachers, like we had a big group, it was like, oh, another mug, or hand lotion, or something.
Teachers love mugs and hand lotion, Mel. Candles. Those are very safe.
They are, which is why they're popular.
Women ages 20 to 50. Oh, a mug and hand lotion and a candle.
Yeah.
You can just mix and match those. For what it's worth, all of those are things that, like, they'll get used.
Yeah.
That's why they're staple gifts. People that get a like if you get a candle, you probably burn a candle.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Some people in our chat are talking about mugs. I love mugs. We have so many mugs.
We do have mugs.
I like when they're like a unique design or sometimes shape even. Like, I think that's really cool.
You're just commenting that is a frequent teacher gift.
Frequent teacher gift.
And it is. Mm-hmm. It is a frequent teacher gift. We got 300 bits from Mr. Viperfang who says, having trouble thinking of a gift for someone? Why not get them a mummy? Have you thought about desecrating a grave for Christmas? That bit can't go further. 2 months from Tyrant Fame who says, good morning, you two amazing people. Said immediately after suggesting to desecrate a grave. 24 months from the Origami Gamer says, a little late but better than never. It's good to see my internet grandparents happy. 2 years of support. Gami, thank you. I appreciate it. And I hope your holiday season has been good and will get better. Also, Ignatius says, have I ever not? Speaking of horses, a few quick things we'll talk about and then we'll end off for the day. Mao, I'm going to preface this by saying no spoilers. Because you're not going to spoil Mao at this point, but you might spoil someone else that hasn't played it. But Mao beat Red Dead last night.
Yeah.
And we have a vlog that'll be coming out that is... The beginning is a spoiler-free discussion, so everyone can watch that part. Red Dead 2. Red Dead Redemption 2. So the beginning's a spoiler-free discussion, everyone can watch that part, and then me and Mao do a really deep dive discussing the game, how we felt about it.
And the second half has spoilers.
Yeah, the second half is just
But we warn
willy-nilly.
you.
There's adequate warning. Mm-hmm. But it's actually kind of nice because if anyone wanted that from me too, I tend to do that like during the end credits of a game when I'm doing a Let's Play.
Yeah.
And I do, but it's nice to revisit it having basically experienced the game a second time through you. So that'll be coming out soon. So Mal did that. And we recorded moments of her playing the game using the Xbox's record what happened feature. So Mal's not done playing the game, there's a little bit more. There's a few little other things that she wants to do. So I'm not going to release the video yet of all those moments in case there's some more. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to doing that too. It's a long vlog. It's a long vlog. Sharkate Ua says, Mel, who's your favorite character?
Arthur. I loved Lenny. I loved Charles, Hosea. But Arthur's my favorite.
Yeah. Anyway, what's the other thing I was gonna say? Oh, I remember. I'll read this first, though. 20 months at Tier 2, Gold Toast from Kikyo. He says, I made it for once. It's early here, but I'm awake because we were hit with a freak snowstorm and I couldn't open the door to let my dog out. Going to be shoveling for a while. Wish me luck. Thanks, Alberta. Well, good luck with shoveling. I guess it's kind of important to let your dog out.
Yeah.
Unless you have like a lot of newspaper.
Growing up, I had a little dog. He was a little Maltese. He was about this tall.
Yep.
And the back porch at my mom's house was like...
That's a lot of beef.
It was like a foot and a half down, foot down.
Yeah.
And it was old farmland, so there was like no trees around, and we would get this huge drift up the back of the house. And, you know, Trisket was tiny, and he would have to like jump and then get through the drift so he could go out and go to the bathroom, because it was, all the snow would get pushed up. So sometimes you'd even see grass but have this huge drift in the back there. So he would have to like leap through the drift. And sometimes, you know, he's a tiny little dog, so we would just like pick him up and set him on the other side of the drift.
Just a calm little...
So he didn't have to like burrow through it.
If I would have read this, Andrew's alert says, artisanal bread. Hey, that's a big old wedge. The artisanal wedge has such beautiful rounded corners. It is made of Apple's finest aluminium. I miss him.
I know.
I miss when
Santa's coming to town.
There we go.
It took till the end of the stream, but it came out. Came out. Joni Ive didn't die, by the way. Joni Ive just
Isn't part of the Apple stuff for
yeah, he's
the conferences anymore.
he doesn't work for Apple anymore. He's a consultant for Apple, so he doesn't appear on their stuff. The 300 bits from Ryan says, I was only 201 from the 10K bit badge, so there's no 200 alert. So, well, congrats on the bit badge, and also congrats on ending us off fully in the Christmas spirit. Took the entire stream, but one finally came out. Things happening today. It's Tuesday, so back to Pikmin. Things start to pick up in Pikmin. We start to. I feel like this is the part where we start to become a lot more competent. Actually, it took us this long, I think, to really get a grasp of the controls and stuff, but we start making good progress. So that's good. Other thing is that
we have Breakfast Stream on Thursday. No Breath of the Wild on Friday, but next week.
Yes. That's what I was going to say, but you gave it more information at the beginning, which is good. Mm-hmm. New Year's Eve, 9 p.m. Eastern. Join us. You'll be like, what am I joining for? You'll see. You'll see. It's mostly going to be a chill thing. We're going to be devoting a good chunk of it to Q&A. And we'll do that similar to how we did it last year. And then when we actually get close to midnight, then we'll all just bring it in together. It'll be fun. It's different for us because normally we have people here and are celebrating with people. So this is a very different experience, but This year was a different year, so it's fine. It says, will you make a giant ball of aluminum foil and throw it down the stairs? There will be a ball. So look forward to the ball. There Bits from White Wolf says, got the Santa, time to roll for Demon Clown. Could not get Demon Clown, but you got Santa, and that's pretty good. Good to get Santa. Speaking of Santa, don't forget, if you haven't done your Christmas shopping, I think it's officially time to email someone a gift card. It's officially time. Otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful day. We will be back on Thursday at 9, and I think that's it.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
And there'll be vlogs today. Yeah. All right. What was today? Tuesday. Have a good Tuesday, everyone. I knew it was a day. I knew it ended in day. You know, but like as far as
unlike those other days.
Well, yeah. Well, not every day ends in day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oops. Friday. Yeah. It's not Thursday. Oops.